Opposites. Feeling Adjectives by Mia Brown. OPP curriculum was created to train and assess individuals on the three types of relational friends: mutual entailment, combinatorial entailment, and transformation of functions. Here are a couple studies that have assessed relational frames. Amd, Barnes, Holmes, and Ivanov used combinatorial entailment and transformation of functions to examine 12 undergraduate psychology students. This study paired stimulus A with 9 images with positive, negative, and neutral stimuli. Participants were exposed to images prior to receiving training that involved matching A, B, and BC. Combinatorial entailment relations were tested. Transformation of stimulus functions was shown through EEG brainwave patterns. Stimulus C was shown to elicit a response similar to the response that was paired with stimulus A. Other studies have attempted to teach opposites to children using motion activity sheets and natural environment teaching. The problem with these teaching strategies is that they do not equip children with the knowledge they need to be able to form connections for problem solving and understanding using context cues, which are some of the benefits of relational training. The purpose of the following study was to demonstrate relational training procedures on a 5-year-old male. Step 1 was a training block requiring the participant to match pictures of known stimuli to the written adjectives related to the stimuli in an array of pictures and words. Step 2 was training the participant to find the pictorial opposites in an array of 3 stimuli. Step 3 was a testing block to find the textual opposites in an array of 3 stimuli. Step 4 was another testing block. The participant was asked, "I want to feel the opposite of blank. What do I need?" Blank represents the adjective. Cold, hot, dry, or wet. Day 2 of training and testing was similar to day 1, but candy, lemon, pillow, and cactus were used to represent sweet, sour, soft, and pokey. On day 2, a probe was introduced, novel textual stimuli, light and heavy.
Match.
Soft.
Perf.
What does perf mean?
Perfecto. Perfect. Match the opposite.
Alright, I'll be right back.
Pokey. Softy.
Nice.
Where are you going, Charlie?
Match the opposite.
The opposite. Sour. Sweet.
Find the opposite.
No. Yeah.
Find the opposite.
Sweet.
Okay, what are you gonna do?
I want to feel the opposite of sweet.
Do what?
What do I need?
I want to feel the opposite of sweet. What do I
Great
need?
question. Might not be anyone minus here. So I switched. A couple seconds ago.
Lemon.
I want to feel the opposite of soft. What do I need?
I don't know.
So as you can see, the participant performed well during steps 1 and 2. Step 4 was challenging on both days. This step required an intraverbal response to the question, I want to feel the opposite of blank. What do I need? This step was terminated after the 4th trial due to confusion. The experimenter delivered the question, I want to feel the opposite of hot. What do I need? And the participant replied water instead of ice cream. Though this was a correct response, it was not the desired response. The participant was able to successfully find the opposite with novel textual stimuli, light and heavy, but when presented with the question, I want to feel the opposite of light, what do I need? The participant's response was dark instead of heavy. Future researchers should better prepare for all possible outcomes to protect from any threats to validity, and also explore using less stimuli within a step. For example, only training hot and cold in one training block instead of hot, cold, wet, and dry in one training block. This experiment intended to demonstrate relational training procedures on a 5-year-old male. However, there were a few obstacles. Pictures of fire, ice cream, water, and a desert were chosen initially to represent hot, cold, wet, and dry, respectively. This did not pose much of a threat until step 4, when the discriminative stimulus was, I want to feel the opposite of wet. What do I need? The participant replied, fire, which is a correct response, however, not the desired response. The experiment was terminated when the discriminative stimulus was, I want to feel the opposite of hot. What do I need? And the participant replied, water. Again, another correct response, but the desired response was ice cream. Although the experimenter chose easier words for a beginner reader, there were still some difficulties at the beginning of day 2 with reading the words. Finally, it is worth noting that the participant's younger sister entered the room requesting attention from the participant. Therefore, a threat to construct validity could have been a partial cause of the low score on step 4 of day 2. So, although this study did not demonstrate the anticipated relational training procedures and skills, future researchers should not be deterred from replicating or expanding research on this topic.